Right now at noon, an update on the COVID-19 pandemic at Dane County. Why County Executive Joe Parisi says he's concerned. And the Badgers were set to start fall practice today, but that has changed. The latest on the Big Ten fall sports season.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. I'm Mark Kent. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend. Let's head right to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Chris Reese tells us a threat of severe weather has increased dramatically this afternoon. Chris?
That's really the case. This morning we were at a marginal risk for severe storms. Now we're in a moderate risk for severe storms. We have gone from level 1 out of 5 to now level 4 out of 5, especially for areas just towards the south of Madison. From Platteville through Dubuque over towards Monroe. Then you go towards Janesville and Lake Geneva. You are all under that moderate risk of severe storms. In Madison, we are in level 3 out of 5. That's the enhanced risk. That goes over towards Sauk City through Lone Rock and Prairie du Chien. Towards the north and the Dells, you're under the slight risk of severe storms, level 2 out of 5. And the reality is all of our viewing area is in some way, shape, or form under a risk to see strong, severe thunderstorms this afternoon. But the reality is the further south you are, the greatest that risk is overall going to be. And we zoom out, northern Illinois is really seeing that potential for strong, severe thunderstorms as well. And when we break it down, the threats that we're going to be looking at are primarily winds. It's the high wind threat that's really over the area. We're talking winds in excess of 80 miles per hour being possible. And to put that into perspective, I watched a storm north of Des Moines earlier today that had straight line winds of over 100 miles per hour. So these are some strong wind-driven storms that are coming through. There is a tornado risk, but it's a fairly low one. That does include the Madison area and points towards the south. And then we also have a hail risk as well. That includes areas from Green Bay through Madison and back towards Prairie du Chien. But here where the storms are right now, of course, the greatest showers of thunderstorms, those are just towards the south and west of the border right now, getting ready to move in. But you see these strong storms coming out of parts of Iowa. That's going to be moving towards the east. Mark, we're going to continue to track that as we go throughout the noon show and all afternoon long. I'll be here on social media, on the app, and on air, letting you know what you need to know.
All right, we'll check back in a little bit. Thank you, Chris. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi is asking the community to remain cautious as he says the pandemic is far from over. Our Gabriella Becerra joins us live outside the Alliant Energy Center to give us an update on coronavirus in Dane County. Gabby.
Mark, Dane County Executive Joe Parisi says he's concerned that some people may think that the coronavirus pandemic is winding down, even as some researchers are predicting the Midwest as the next national hotspot. Now, here in Dane County, 40% of COVID-19 cases are connected to community spread, meaning they can't name where they contracted that virus. 1 in 3 people who test positive for COVID-19 say they've attended a gathering. And because of these numbers, Parisi wants people to remember why public health put guidelines in place.
Being tired of the pandemic is understandable, but it does not make the virus any less dangerous or any less present. We need to remain vigilant until the virus is under control.
Parisi also said that it's important for workers to continue working remotely for the time being. Parisi also says not following the public health guidelines and not proper support from the federal government will only make it worse in the fall.
All right, Gabby, thank you. The Big Ten is expected to scrap all fall sports. Multiple sources are reporting that the Big Ten reportedly voted 12-2 to cancel the football season. The Detroit Free Press says that they'll try to play fall sports in the spring, and a formal announcement is expected tomorrow. The Badgers were scheduled to open fall training camp today. The U.S. has now recorded more than 5 million cases, 1/4 of all the confirmed infections in the world. Experts and officials are worried about new outbreaks around the country. That includes the annual motorcycle rally in Sturgis, South Dakota, that traditionally draws hundreds of thousands of spectators. President Trump is likely to face legal challenges after he bypassed Congress and signed executive actions when talks over a new coronavirus relief package broke down. The president is suspending the federal payroll tax for Americans making less than $100,000, but that money will still be due at the end of the year. The president also said he wanted to prevent evictions, but his order only directs federal agencies to see if halting evictions is necessary. And the president wants to give unemployed Americans an extra $400 a week. He'll pull $44 billion from FEMA to pay for some of it, while states would have to chip in 1/4 of that money.
They need to come back with a compromise on the state and local from their $1 trillion and the unemployment benefits, and if so, we'll respond.
Our Republican friends should come back to the table. We've agreed to meet them halfway. We go down $1 trillion, they go up $1 trillion, and we're close, and we could get the job done.
The president slammed Democrats for demanding money for states and said if they want to meet to make a deal, they have his phone number. Cleanup is underway in Chicago after hundreds of people looted stores and clashed with police overnight. People smashed windows and stole from stores in Chicago's Magnificent Mile shopping district and other parts of the city's downtown. It's not clear what led to the unrest, but anti-police graffiti was seen in the area. And earlier in the day, dozens faced off with police after officers shot and wounded a person in the Englewood neighborhood. One person is dead and at least 3 people are in critical condition after what fire officials describe as a major explosion in Baltimore this morning. Firefighters and rescue crews responded to the explosion shortly before 10 a.m. They say at least 5 people were trapped when they arrived. Crews are currently searching for other people who might be trapped. So far, no word on what set off the explosion. Well, tomorrow is the partisan election day in Wisconsin. The Madison clerk's office is reminding voters that many polling locations have changed. So to find your polling location, head to cityofmadison.com/where-do-I-vote. In this election, you can only vote for the political party. Voting multiple parties invalidates the ballot, and curbside voting is available at most locations. Well, there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
It's National S'more Day, and just wait until you see what we're whipping up. You better bring a few extra napkins.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields online. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Tired of that old bath or shower and ready for a change? Mad City Baths makes it easy and affordable to have a new bath, tub-to-shower conversion, or walk-in tub installed in as little as 1 day with premium wall patterns like sandalwood, white slate, and more, infused with Microban antimicrobial protection. Mad City Baths is Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Now get huge savings during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation on your new bath or shower with 60 months 0% interest, and receive a $60 Walmart gift card with purchase. Plus, call during this program, and as a bonus, receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Ask about virtual online estimates. Throughout Madison and South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Comfort Services, buy 1 air conditioner and get 1 gas furnace for only $1,000. BOGOs are back, and it's a beautiful thing.
At iMart Express, you'll save on glasses for classes. For $79, get 2 pairs with kid-safe polycarbonate lenses and a free 1-year frame warranty. For a limited time, get a free upgrade to blue filtering lenses, a $250 value, all for $79.
My mom was a bank teller, but her hands were so crippled by arthritis she could no longer do her job. She applied for Social Security disability benefits. Like most people, my mom was denied. I'm attorney Don Becker. Don't be embarrassed and don't give up. My mom appealed. You can too. Disability law is all we do.
Call the Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
To the thousands of Herzing University nursing and healthcare alumni, for your tireless commitment, and to all of your brave colleagues across America, we say thank you. I'm possible at
Herzing. If you love the combo of toasty marshmallows, melted chocolate, and crispy graham crackers, then today's your lucky day. Yup. It's officially National S'mores Day, a day to celebrate all things s'mores, like we need an excuse to eat them. So today, I want to share an easy way to get everything we love about s'mores in the form of a pie. We start by combining some graham cracker crumbs along with a bit of sugar and melted butter. We set that aside and we mix together a package of instant chocolate pudding and some milk. Once this thickens up, we fold in some whipped topping, which makes it nice and creamy. This goes into a store-bought graham cracker pie crust. Then we sprinkle on the crunchy topping and finish it off with lots of mini marshmallows. And since a s'more isn't a s'more unless the marshmallows are toasted, we pop this under the broiler just long enough for them to get golden brown. After it cools, you have everything you love about an ooey gooey s'more in the form of a pie. So stop whatever you're doing and go over to our website so you can make our toasty s'mores pie as soon as tonight. And while you're there, check out our s'mores-inspired recipes. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found some more tasty ways for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, guys, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we could see some severe weather this afternoon. Meteorologist Chris Reese has more in your first warn forecast. Right ahead.
Tired of that old bath or shower and ready for a change? Mad City Baths makes it easy and affordable to have a new bath, tub to shower conversion, or walk-in tub installed in as little as 1 day with premium wall patterns like sandalwood, white slate, and more, infused with microban antimicrobial protection. Mad City Baths is Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Now get huge savings during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation on your new bath or shower with 60 months 0% interest, and receive a $60 Walmart gift card with purchase. Plus, call during this program, and as a bonus, receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Ask about virtual online estimates. Throughout Madison and South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
This is our moment to build a new American economy for our families and for our communities. When we spend taxpayers' money, we should use it to buy American products and support American jobs. It's time to help small businesses. We'll purchase clean energy technologies to fight climate change and enhance national security. We have to invest in what the jobs and industries of tomorrow are going to be. We have a great opportunity to build back and build back better. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
You wouldn't pour OJ this way, and you don't have to pour paint this way either. Try Dutch Boy Platinum Plus paint in the twist and pour container with a built-in spout. Easy to hold, open, and pour.
Right now at Menards, get 11% off everything, including Dutch Boy paint.
They put their blood, sweat, and tears into raising prized livestock. So News 3 Now's not letting this year's county fair cancellation spoil the show. 4-H kids step into the ring for our blue ribbon judges during Fair Week on the next Live at 4. Parents joining forces to help their kids learn and socialize safely.
That's what we're motivated by, is how will this affect, in a positive way, our kids' mental health.
Could a learning pod make a difference for your kids? On the next News 3 Now this morning. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 270 points. The NASDAQ, however, down 70. The S&P 500 is up 2 1/3. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee on this muggy Monday.
Yeah, boy, sticky is for sure the description out there today, Mark. It was that way yesterday. Made the trip up to Beaver Dam for the Dodge County Youth Livestock Expo that they held. Really nice show. The organizers did a wonderful job of socially distancing folks and encouraging everybody to wear masks. And like I said, the prices did real well as far as the auction was concerned, giving those kids an chance not only to compete and get ribbons, but also a chance to market those animals. Now, this week, the Wisconsin Livestock Expo, which is designed to take the place at least a little bit of the Wisconsin State Fair, is underway down at the Racine County Fairgrounds in Union Grove. They're shuttling in one species a day, so like the beef steers are in today and tomorrow. Then they'll have the lambs in, finish up later this week with the hogs. So hopefully this weather is going to be kind to them as far as the weather is concerned. Let's talk a little bit about this weather because despite the fact that we've had near ideal growing conditions in Wisconsin, corn and soybeans are up. We're looking at this crop getting bigger and bigger this afternoon. We'll get our latest crop progress report that will probably bear that out again. The markets have been a little squeamish on how big the numbers can get, but today at least our corn and soybeans are maintaining some of the growth. They're really going to keep an eye on western Iowa and whether or not they capitalize on any of the moisture that we've seen kind of moving around our Channel 3 viewing area. Dairy markets today in Chicago also trending just a tad higher as far as fluid milk contracts are concerned. The product prices, though, still taking us down. Barrel cheese is down 3 3/4 cents on a Monday at $1.48. 40-pound block cheese dropped another 7.5 to $1.63, and 40-pound or double A butter, I should say, down 5 1/4 cents today, $1.47 3/4 per pound. And I sure hope that people do tune in this afternoon for the 4 o'clock show as we highlight some of those great kids that were staying diligent and stuck to their livestock projects despite the cancellation of all the county fairs. We'll kick that off this afternoon at 4.
That's all week long. I can't wait to see it. All right, Pam, thank you. Here's Chris now with keeping a close eye on the weather.
That's right, Mark. Today is now an alert day as we track the potential for strong, severe thunderstorms that are going to be moving in, especially with high winds and the possibility of seeing isolated tornadoes. Here's a severe thunderstorm watch right now. That really includes areas from Madison and Point South, Boscobel, Lone Rock, towards Watertown and Waukesha, down through Janesville and Beloit. This is going to go until 7 o'clock this evening. In fact, south of Madison, that's where you do have the level 4 out of 5 moderate risk for strong, severe thunderstorms. Here in Madison, we're in the enhanced risk. That's level 3 out of 5. The Dells are in a slight risk, level 2 out of 5. So the further south you are, the stronger the likelihood is that you see the thunderstorms here. And here it is. It goes from Des Moines all the way through the Chicago metro. And the primary reason for that moderate risk is the fact that we're expecting some strong winds with these thunderstorms. I was watching the showers of thunderstorms near Des Moines earlier. Some of the winds associated with that were incredible, upwards of 90 to 100 mile per hour wind gusts with that. Whether or not that holds together remains to be seen, but the ingredients are there in the environment for us to see those stronger thunderstorms. We're also going to watch a small chance in this same area to see an isolated spin-up tornado or two. But right now, we're not expecting a big tornado outbreak. It's primarily the winds that we're concerned about. We also now do have a severe thunderstorm warning that has popped up. This is for parts of Grant and Crawford counties. Coming out of Prairie du Chien right now, this is going to be moving towards Fenimore and Lancaster as we go through time. Eventually, this will start to push towards Platteville as well. But there's a lot of cloud cover out ahead of that, so we're not seeing just a big dark cloud show up when you begin to look towards the west. But nonetheless, that is a storm that has a lot of wind with it. And here's a live look from our Platteville sky camera right now. In Madison, we're seeing the cloud cover too. Temperatures are now at 82 degrees. The winds are coming out of the south at 8 miles per hour. That's just adding in the ingredients and the added fuel that we need to see those stronger thunderstorms. 81 in Janesville right now. Lone Rock coming in at 83, same for Boscobel. This is where the storms are. You see how temperatures drop towards the 70s, just back towards the west. I want to put this into motion now. This is one of the highest resolution models that we have to track these thunderstorms as we go into the afternoon. Here's what it paints at 1:30. You see the stronger thunderstorms really starting to show up, especially towards the south and west of Madison at that point. By 3 o'clock, this continues to push on towards the east. So now we're getting through Janesville and Watertown and Lake Mill, starting to push along I-94. We're still seeing some of these stronger thunderstorms, but I'll tell you what, the best chance to see these storms is going to be anywhere between about 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock this afternoon before things eventually begin to calm down for us. Then by the time we head into tomorrow morning, we'll be cooler. The air will be a little bit less humid. We'll see those temperatures into the 50s at that point. We're going to have our hands full as we go through the rest of this afternoon. It is an alert day due to the showers and the thunderstorms there, and we will be on air. We're going to be on social media, Facebook Live. We're going to be on the app. We're going to be on Twitter. Wherever you want to find us, we're going to be there keeping you up to date on the showers or thunderstorms. I'm going to have a new web story just highlighting what all's going on coming out probably here in about the next 15 minutes or so. I'll probably have a Facebook Live update for folks who want to ask questions coming up here a little bit after the show, so probably another 15 minutes or so. We'll keep everyone up to date.
Could be a potentially dangerous situation.
Yeah, we're going to watch it closely.
All right, Chris, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company takes your plant and garden questions. 270-9933 is the number to call. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When a student falls behind, a good teacher helps them catch up. A bad president would tie their hands, like Joe Biden would. Even with hundreds of public schools closed indefinitely, Biden opposes emergency parental choice grants, preventing parents from choosing options like private tutoring or charter schools if their public school is closed. A lost year is unacceptable, but 4 under Biden, that's a lost generation. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'd rate Mad City Bass 10 out of 10.
When it comes to the bathroom, the Mad City bathroom, I have to give it a 10.
It's exactly what we wanted, and so they were fantastic. A 10.
With over 50,000 satisfied customers, Mad City Baths is a sure choice for durable, beautiful bath and shower updates installed in as little as 1 day. We'll help you design the bath or shower of your dreams and pass along special savings during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation, 60 months, 0% interest, and a $60 Walmart gift card with purchase. Plus, last chance to call during this program for the bonus $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Virtual online estimates are available. Dial 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466. Call Mad City Baths.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
She was the most welcoming person you could ever imagine. Her home was the safe place. It was difficult to comprehend how quickly everything kind of spiraled downwards. We didn't even know that she had COVID till a week later in her passing. The president made a huge mistake in downplaying this virus. There was a lack of leadership, a lack of responsibility, and the lack of resources. I felt like our elderly have not been a priority for this administration, that they don't matter. And I feel like my grandmother didn't matter. The last time I saw my grandmother, we weren't going to be allowed in the hospital. We asked if we could video chat her, and everyone could say a little something. We gathered as a family, we prayed. But the fact that she was alone, it just breaks my heart.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call, 270-9933. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Mark?
Doing well. Getting ready for the big storms to come in. But in the meantime, we got some questions to answer. We'll start with Mary in Fitchburg. Hi, Mary. What's your question?
Hi.
Hi, go ahead.
Yeah, I have some Carl Forrester grasses that were transplanted in May, and they're not looking good. So I'm wondering if they can be cut back now.
I would leave them, Mary, and let them go. I mean, the only thing that's going to take energy out of them is if they start to flower. So if you want to cut the flowers back, that would be fine. But I would leave as much foliage as you can, because the foliage is getting the energy that's going to help the plant established. So make sure it gets a good soak once a week, but it doesn't want to be wet, so be careful that it doesn't get overwatered. It should be in a sunny place, and they should be better next year.
All right, great. Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Jean in Madison. Hi, Jean. What's your question?
Hi, Mark. I have a tomato plant in a pot, and the tomatoes are coming in, but they're brown on the bottom.
Yep.
All of them. What does that mean, or what could I do?
You've got blossom end rot, and that is a condition that affects tomatoes when they're not getting enough calcium, which is really easy to do in a pot because it's probably in potting soil or some soilless mix that doesn't have a lot of nutrients. So you can do two things. You should get some fertilizer that's formulated for tomatoes. There are lots of them on the market. We carry an organic one called Tomato Tone by Espoma. That will help with the calcium deficiency. The other thing that happens when you're growing tomatoes in pots is that if you're not checking the water every day, then they can dry out, and that uneven watering exacerbates the blossom end rot. So just make sure that you check them every day, and maybe they need to be watered more often than you've been watering.
I've been watering them every day. Yeah,
It's the calcium probably.
Yeah. So those tomatoes, take those off that are affected, but once you get the calcium in there, the tomatoes that come on after this should be fine.
All right. Let's go to Karen in Madison. Hi, Karen.
Hello. I have a beautiful braided hibiscus that I got this year, but just overnight it became covered with these itty-bitty little bugs, and the leaves began to turn yellow and fall off. And I put some neem oil on it, but do I need to throw it away, or what do I do?
You have probably got aphids. And so what you can do is you can take a hose and spray them off, and then treat it with insecticidal soap.
Okay.
Which is a little quicker acting than neem oil.
Okay.
And you really want to drench the entire plant, undersides of the leaves and on the tops. And then you probably will have to treat at least one more time in like a 10 to 14-day period because they've laid eggs.
You think I can save it?
Pardon?
You think I can save it?
I think you can, yes, because hibiscus do this kind of thing all the time, and so they're probably buds lurking under there, so you just need to get rid of what you have now and whatever eggs they've already laid.
Okay, so it's savable.
It's savable for sure.
All right. We are out of time. Thank you all for calling in. Lisa, thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see you soon.
All right.
Here's Chris with the final check of your forecast.
We are tracking a severe thunderstorm mainly in southwestern parts of the area this afternoon. This is for Grant County right now. It's just moved through Prairie du Chien and Gutenberg. This is going to continue to move towards the east now. So Fenimore, you'll be getting in on the strong winds with this as we go through town. Same with Lancaster, Bloomington. That heavy rain is moving in. B-Town, the heavy rain is moving in. And that'll eventually work its way towards Potosi and then eventually towards Platteville as we go through time. We are still watching this very closely, but there are even stronger thunderstorms coming in from the south and west. Watch how the storms have really begun to erupt now, especially for this line along I-80 that will continue to push towards the east as we go through time. Now, a lot of this, which is associated with the strongest line, this will actually pass towards our south, but we're still going to watch what happens towards the north of that, because the showers of thunderstorms just towards the north of that, those will have the potential to move in as we go through time. So we're going to be watching these storms very closely as we go through the rest of the afternoon. It's an alert day now here in the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Center. We're going to be keeping everyone up to date with what you can expect.
We'll break in as necessary. All right, Chris, thank you. Thank you for watching, everyone. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.
Now, a WISC TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
Newly hired Madison Metropolitan School District Superintendent Dr. Carlton Jenkins met with our editorial board last Friday morning, and his message was clear and confident. This is the time, he told us, and he makes a compelling case that it is indeed the time to bring the community together around our children and our schools. Deeply aware of the impact of COVID-19 and a historic social justice movement, Dr. Jenkins is undaunted. In fact, he says both are forcing us to be bold, commit our ample resources, and move past race onto human decency as a community. That will require addressing the socio-emotional needs of students, rejecting projections for black kids, and eliminating achievement gaps. That will require partnerships in which Dr. Jenkins intends to engage the community, and WISC intends to help him in that work. We were impressed. This is the time. This must be the time.